GLP-1 receptor agonists in bodybuilding and fat loss, mechanisms, uses, and risks. GLP-1 receptor agonists, such as semaglutide, Ozempic or Wegovy, and liraglutide, Saxenda, are a class of drugs originally developed for type 2 diabetes and later approved for obesity treatment. Recently, they've caught the attention of some in the fitness and bodybuilding community as powerful tools for appetite control and fat loss, especially during cutting phases. However, these are prescription medications, not harmless supplements, and their off-label use carries risks. 1. What is GLP-1? GLP-1 stands for glucagon-like peptide 1, a hormone naturally produced in the gut. It is released after eating and helps regulate blood sugar and appetite. GLP-1 receptor agonists are synthetic drugs that mimic this hormone, binding to GLP-1 receptors in the body. How GLP-1 agonists work for fat loss. Delayed gastric emptying slows down how quickly food leaves your stomach, making you feel full longer. Appetite suppression acts on appetite centers in the brain, the hypothalamus, to reduce hunger signals. Blood sugar control reduces glucose spikes and insulin swings, which can help with fat metabolism. Reduced cravings, especially for high-calorie, sugary foods. In bodybuilding, the main appeal is reduced hunger during a calorie deficit, allowing more sustainable adherence to a cutting diet. Why some bodybuilders use GLP-1 in cutting. Extreme appetite control. Dieting down for a show can be mentally and physically draining. GLP-1 drugs can make hunger almost disappear. Preservation of training performance. Fewer binge urges can help maintain stable energy and training focus. Synergy with other fat loss strategies. Works alongside calorie constraint, cardio, and sometimes fat burners like caffeine or clenbuterol. Potential benefits in a fitness context. Aids strong appetite suppression, easier adherence to calorie deficits, better blood sugar stability, less psychological stress from constant hunger. Dosage and administration, medical guidelines. It's important to note that bodybuilders using GLP-1 drugs off-label often copy medical protocols, but this should only be done under medical supervision. Semaglutide, Ozempic or Wegovy typically starts at 0.25 milligrams once a week, increasing gradually over 4 to 8 weeks to 1 to 1.4 milligrams per week, depending on the brand and purpose. Liraglutide, Saxenda, daily injections starting at 0.6 milligrams per day, increasing weekly up to 3.0 milligrams per day. Slow titration is key to reducing side effects like nausea and vomiting. Side effects and health risks. Gastrointestinal, nausea, vomiting, constipation, and diarrhea. Potential muscle loss. Rapid weight loss can cause lean mass loss if protein intake and resistance training aren't maintained. Pancreatitis risk, rare but serious inflammation of the pancreas. Gallbladder issues, possible increased risk of gallstones. Low blood sugar, especially if combined with other glucose-lowering drugs. Cost and access. These medications can be expensive and require prescriptions. Ethical and legal considerations. GLP-1 agonists are prescription only in most countries. Using them for cosmetic or performance purposes without a medical indication may be considered misuse. Limited long-term data for healthy, lean athletes. Most research focuses on overweight or diabetic populations. Practical takeaways. GLP-1 receptor agonists like semaglutide and liraglutide are not magic fat burners. They help you eat less, but fat loss still comes from a sustained calorie deficit. They may help suppress hunger during aggressive cuts, but come with side effects and require careful monitoring. Without medical supervision, the risks can outweigh the benefits. Conclusion. GLP-1 receptor agonists like semaglutide and liraglutide have transformed obesity treatment and now tempt some in the bodybuilding world as potent hunger control tools. While their ability to dramatically reduce appetite can be appealing during contest prep, their use outside of medical necessity raises serious safety, ethical, and legal questions. They should never replace smart nutrition, progressive training, and long-term sustainable fat loss strategies.